Hi, I'm Kelly Mallory. I am a proud member of the Kata Girl Geeks, and this is the story of my first challenge within the KGG, where I learned how Kata can help build better relationships. The KGG is a global community of women learning to think and act scientifically and aiming to have a positive impact on our world. Kata for Good is a challenge we have been working on. We want to share examples of how our members are using Kata to improve their world, how they are using Kata for good within their own personal lives, their communities, and within their workspaces, because we believe this could inspire others to also think and act scientifically. This story is one of those stories that we want to share. So this, as my first challenge in the KGG, I was supported by wonderful coaches and second coaches, Lily Boyanova Hugh and Julie Simmons. Here's some background on why I chose my first challenge. I am a step parent to two wonderful young women. When they became a part of my life, I struggled with aligning my expectations of what I considered my home experience with them being a part of it. This led me to work on the following challenge. Wouldn't it be wonderful if by November 19th, 2021, I have a recipe for my family to have fun together so that I can help create a joyful and loving environment where each of my family members, including me, feels supported and safe. So when following the 4-step improvement kata, once you have set your challenge, the second step is to grasp your current condition. I need to get a good understanding of where I was starting from. So I spent a lot of time observing my interactions at home. Here's what I focused on observing: instances of laughter and their cause, instances where learning happened, when we helped each other and what feelings that led to, and my feelings of gratitude and lightheartedness with my family. Once I understood my current condition, I was ready to set target conditions along the way to my challenge. And here is an example of one. I developed a daily routine for interacting with my family in the evenings. And that's what this block diagram shows. For process measures, I measured my mood through this process and the number of kind thoughts I had toward my family. At the end of my evening, I evaluated my satisfaction with the evening, the mood of others, and their engagement during the evening. While striving to my target conditions, I came across several obstacles that I had to overcome. One of these was my discomfort in telling my partner, Andy, about my day before asking how his was. This prevented me from being able to deal with my stress early in the evening so I could then focus more on my family. I ran a couple of experiments against this obstacle, including sharing this feeling of discomfort with him and trying different ways to begin that conversation to increase my comfort. I learned through this that I had to get past my assumptions of how people react and actually try something to see how they really react. Another obstacle I had to overcome was not knowing what activities to do with my family that were not centered around television. This prevented me from reaching my outcome metric for this target condition, which was different activities I wanted to try with my family. For this obstacle, I first did a lot of research on different family activity ideas, and then I experimented with those to see what worked for us. I learned that I needed to observe engagement during these different activities and then adjust the activity to suit the needs of my family at that moment. So, through about 60 hours of work and 40 hours of coaching cycles, I came out with an amazing list of fun activities for my family to enjoy together. I had over 5 kind thoughts about my family every single night. I developed fun and laughter with everyone every night. And I learned how to understand how I can help create laughter and joy at home. In addition to these amazing results, I also developed long lasting relationships with Lily and Julie as my coach and second coach. So, what have I learned from this challenge? I learned about the importance of understanding family relationships, how to interact with each of my family members, what brings each of them joy, what brings me joy at home. I learned the need to get out of my own way. My memories and past experiences, though real, don't mean that the next interaction will go the same way. And I learned that scientific thinking helps build better relationships. Scientific thinking helps me get past my preconceived notions about people. And it helps me remember that I don't know how something will go or how someone will react. I need to try something to learn about their reaction. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed my story, and I hope that it inspires you to use kata and scientific thinking to achieve big, important, seemingly impossible challenges. So working in continuous improvement, it wasn't a reach or a stretch to use scientific thinking in my work environment. Where it was different and really changed my thinking was taking it home and applying it not to a process where widgets or things come out, but to my relationships at home. That was very different. After that challenge, I became so much more aware of how not only do people jump to conclusions about what they know about a process or what works or doesn't, but it 100% translates to how people interact and react to each other. My favorite thing about kata is that it opens up the possibility that you can do anything, even if you have no idea how to get there or you're in a really challenging, turmoiling part of your life. You can do it. You can get there. Doesn't matter what it is or what's happening around you.